Deuteronomy 24:3a. Usene'ah ha'ish ha'acharon, vechatav la sefer kretot, venatan beyada, veshilicha mibeto. And notice here we stopped at the Athanach, so we've got a A and a B verse here. It feels awkward to stop there in the middle, but alas, these are getting to be longer verses, and so we're trying to keep them in that 3-minute window. So here we go. Remember, all of this is still being governed by that eem up in verse 1, that if all of this happens, and so still in that hypothetical future. And so now we get a call perfect third masculine singular of the verbal root sane, to hate, with that third feminine singular pronominal suffix, and he hates her as the third masculine singular verb. Well, who is the he? It is the latter man, the latter one, not the former, the acharon, the latter one. So if the latter man, let me erase this one because there we go, all that goes together. If the latter man hates her and he writes, call perfect, third masculine singular of the verbal root katav, and he writes to her a document of separation, or a certificate of divorce is how this often gets understood. And he gives in her hand, here's call perfect, third masculine singular of the verbal root natan. We might again say, and he puts into her hand. And we did this in the previous video, but we ran out of time. I did this real quick, and he puts it in her hand. So we might call this a null direct object, the it referring here to the document of separation. And this would be like the object is null, or the direct object is missing. Now, this is actually fine Hebrew. We want that direct object in English, but this is a fine way for Hebrew to express it. It's not like something is missing, though in good English translation, we would say that's a null object. So he writes for her a certificate of divorce, and he puts it into her hand. And here's that PL perfect, third masculine singular plus the third feminine singular suffix, and he sends her from his house. And so we find here that the woman is in the same scenario she was with the previous husband.